And it's unfortunate because of you mmepata hii katiba saizi. Maybe you could look at on the position of the party leader and then go to paragraph, not paragraph, sub-paragraph. It is paragraph A, sub-paragraph 6. The party leader, he or she shall have the following duties. Go to 6, Roman 6. Lead the party in political negotiations to form a working coalition with any other party or parties with the sole purpose of forming the government as may be desirable in the circumstances, in close consultation with the National Executive Council. So, in fact, you know, because nilijibu huyu mzee kutoka Garissa the other day, tulikuwa mkutano wa machairman. I mean, hii ndio katiba. When you have to, somebody has been given the duty to lead negotiations. We were with, fortunately, the chairman, the SG, and our beloved patron who left us, the Honorable Joseph Consolo Munyao. And we informed everybody that we intend was, which was what and as you can see, it is happening. Wengine wamekuwa swallow duko. Si ni kweli? Sasa wanataka kumeza ingine. Because our friend there, ile kitu I think he is experienced in ile mambo ya KANU NDP merger ya 2002. So I think his intention was to go and swallow. But see, some of us have a dependent way of thinking and doing things. We cannot allow ourselves to be swallowed. So we resisted. Yeah? And it is right. If you don't agree, you exit. Ama namna gani? You don't remain in an abusive marriage. Yeah? Whoever it is, tuliingiana naye kule, na si kuenda peke yangu. Na nilielezea siku ile tulikuwa na mkutano ya machairman. I never went alone. I never do that. I believe in consultations because it is important that we do that. Because even as party leader, you are not above this constitution. As the party leader is also bound by the same constitution. Ama namna gani? So whatever you do in consultation with others. And that's what happened. Yeah? But we are saying, today, tuko hapa. Kama kuna mtu ambaye anataka tuketi pamoja tuzungumze na yeye, akuje kivyake, tuzungumze ana kwa ana. Yeah? Yeah. We don't want to go into something. Something which has already been cooked somewhere. We don't want. But whether we like it or not, it is an truism in Kenya. It is very difficult for one single party to form government. Hii na hii itaendelea kwa muda mrefu in the foreseeable future. Whether we like it or not, you know, it is not very easy today for one single party to form a government. Hata wale wako sasa, si bado wako na muungano? Hata hii ingine ilikuwa inaitwa Azimio, si ilikuwa muungano? It is true ODM was the largest partner there, ni kweli? Mengi, there were over 20 parties in. Don't imagine that anybody, there's nobody imagining you are creating the wheel. No, you are not inventing the wheel. It is the truth. Kenya Kwanza also has several parties. Paka wa leo, si Muturi yuko, CCK, si Kabogo na ile jibebe kujibeba, iko huko. Na wale wengine, mwingine amemezwa, ANC. Wamalwa is in the DAPK. DAPK is in Kenya Kwanza. I mean, Azimio One Kenya. Ford Kenya is in Kenya Kwanza. Si ni kweli? Several other small, kina Kionjuri ile inaitwa nini? TSP. Iko mingi sana. Act, whether we like it or not, we cannot bury our... Tuseme ati CCDP, sisi tutaenda kivye. I mean, we must be also be guided by what is realistic. Yeah, it's on the ground. That we will have to coalesce with others, but within that coalition, we go and fight for our space to be the flag bearers. That is what we need to do. Lakini tukianza tusema atuongei na mtu mwingine, we run the risk of being left kule kando. But let's also face facts, ideologically and philosophically. We can work together, but within that arrangement, a foregone conclusion. We are not going to fight for any space. So I hope that my friend, the young Democrat from Mombasa, what I want to promise you is, when we come to Mombasa, part of the reason why I want these meetings to be this interactive is so that when I come to Mombasa, I'm also able to say, the young Democrat, please, nataka tuzungumze. That's what I would want, so that we have a way of meeting our people. The one from the lady from you know, and I like the chairman is very active. I'm very happy. Kwa matatu wa Kibebu anasema niwekee pale kwa ofisi ya DP. That's very good. That's very good, because you see, inaenda kwa njia nyingi sana. Kwa sababu naona masaa imeisha kabisa. Wacha nikome hapo, nimwite CN atuelekeze yale ambayo tumekubaliana. Thank you, CN.
Wana DP. Yes, yangu ni machache, because the party leader has dealt with a number of the issues, and two, he makes it very difficult for me when I'm also expecting to oppose or to confront him before the NDC. He makes it very, very difficult. Do you mean? But my proposal would have been very easy. We have a number of resolutions we have recommended. We check which one doesn't require actual voting, but I'll make a few comments so that the can understand where we are coming from. Like the issue of reducing the number was not informed, I would appreciate the comment, I think from Nyandaro or somewhere, the one of limiting the term for that constitution to be limited. But I will tell you, you don't need to limit it, because every time NEC has powers to recommend an amendment to NGC and the NDC to do an amendment. Do you get? Very many details and argue to explain to you what that were discussed, So that I have been in the party when we have no funds. I have been in the party when we can't pay our secretaries. I have been in the party when we can't even have a cup of tea, the people who are coming to represent you and to keep the party going. You remember after we elected the party leader, he left and he came back recently. We have been in the party, holding the party the fort. And we performed so badly, like the lady from Kiambu says, because the merger compromised us. You know, those are the politics of this constitutional amendment that I was avoiding. The merger compromised us such that our candidates, even when they went to the meetings of the coalition, they were not even allowed to speak. They didn't have a voice, so they completely got, and they got finished and we looked like non-starters. Then we had also lost very many other candidates who would have run on our party who are popular. Decided to run for president. Because there is also a cost when you decide to run for president. When you decide to do a merger, there is also a cost. When you decide to do a coalition, there is also a cost. Because when you coalition, then you do, let's say, like with KK, those of us who believed that it can't change, the results of we are seeing today were, we could see it in advance, did not move over. We remained. But now, why am I saying that? The political parties that got more seats and more votes are getting an average of 60 million a year from the national treasury. That's the money Akina ODM are fighting over. Who will be the Secretary General? Who will be what? Do you get what I mean? Then they have their individual members contributing. The ones who own all those seats, they also contribute per month. So the party is very, very rich. It can sponsor even the young people, overseas international conferences, etc. It can convene NDC, even in a retreat town like Mombasa. It can fly all those delegates to Mombasa with government money, which we don't have. And as a legal secretary, we looked into the law to see, first of all, how do we comply with the law of NDC and get our people to bring views, but without the constraint of being a beggar for anybody's money. Because when you go to look for donated money, there is a price for it. Today you can get money to bring 5,000 DP members in Nairobi, even tomorrow if you want. Do you get what I mean? And you don't need to go very far. You only need to walk here, less than a kilometer. But then, will it be DP after that meeting? Will it be DP? Will it be speaking one voice? That's where we are coming from. So take an amendment of the Constitution is not intended to benefit anybody. It is intended to benefit members. Some of the NEC members who participated in making these decisions might not continue to be NEC members, or may continue, but in other capacities. All may retire after a given time. They may not be looking at 10 years, 20 years. I know some who says, me, I only want to go up to the next general election. Now, it is from that background we are coming from. Before you, now, go to Article 29, 30, 31, and 32. I'm trying to move very fast. The new amendments that have been put in. Article 29 is on adjudication, appeal, that one. There are all those details I omitted reading word by word. Who are the members? How will member be chosen? How will they be sitting? But that I was doing it because I believed the agendas of today needed to be moved very fast. I have my regrets that I'm making those presentations to delegates who have not read it, who have not heard the Constitution. But those emanate from the problem of funding. Because we could not have been able to do a Constitution and send it to the people, everybody, wherever you are now, the 600,000 members in the registered with the political parties. You may not know how many we are. We are 600,000 members, all with equal rights. So you need like 600,000 copies of the Constitution to take. Those who know how printing and everything costs, they can do those arithmetic. To do this NDC, and I think those are some of the things that may come out from the Treasurer's report, etc. We had to beg, we had to get our candidates has to pay money to be a candidate, even if you have been serving the party, and so that we can be able to be here today. So I think let us not sweep problems under the carpet. Let's appreciate where we are and see whether we can work with a little we have and still maintain democracy. So I would have proposed myself, after we do the answers, we do a show of hands of the solutions that are agreed. I know there are some contentions that require some rethinking, like the one of the party leader issue. I know there are some, but let's go to the others. Like now the diaspora and legal secretary affair. Yes, the one of the legal. Do you have problem with it being an ex officio? Yes, yes, because you don't want, you mean professionals, you can't have them competing. You need to trust the neck that is it can get a professional that will advise it. Yes, thank you. Diaspora, you also need as the whole world is very wide. So it's not a simple diplomacy. I have now nothing about this. Have never. You say you represent the diaspora. You will not be useful to the Thank you. The other one is the national. Let me avoid first of all the national, the delegates issue. I got to the one of Article 12A, Roman 6. The one of I had finished that. Do you have a problem with that? The one of reduction. It is in that constitution how you can read it. Article 12.1. It reduces the number. Let me tell you where our thinking came from. And people, some of us believed delegates should be able to be self-sponsored. Because they value the party, they have a stake in the party, and they need to have a voice in the party. When I sponsor delegates, I mean come and you only elect me, go home. Nothing else. That's what I mean. Do you get what I mean? We need delegates to be ready to, we work hard. Let's assist each other. Even we have seminars, we could have agricultural seminars. Party can coordinate even agricultural seminars to improve people's lives so that we have independent and strong delegates. That's what would help the party. Because this idea of Moi, the person with the Kibeti can call the largest number of people in the city, they can pass anything without thinking. I think I would not like to leave it to my children. I would like, if I had a way of doing it, intervening a little bit, I propose we started dropping that issue. I know it's a very, very sensitive and sensational issue to delegates, but we need also to take it forward. Do you have a problem with that? Let me go to the one of the one of what is it? Do you have a problem with the disciplinary system being put? Do you have a problem? Yeah? The procedures put out, they are very detailed when you study. Yeah? Yes? Not missing. Do you get what I mean? Or a capital letter missing. That can be of political parties. Do you know what I mean? If it's an editorial, there is a forum, don't sit in the neck, and who will hear your case, and they will decide, and if you disagree with them, there is another forum for you to do an appeal, to be heard by different people, and if you can't be satisfied with that result, nationally there is the political parties dispute resolution tribunal. And if that one doesn't satisfy you, you can go to the High Court, like we did in the case I was talking of Sigay. We went to the High Court because the PDT had messed us in the beginning, and we managed to reverse the decision in the High Court. So are we together on that issue of at least agreeing? In a meeting like this, we can't agree on everything, whether it should be a capital K or a capital C. Or if you are like me, from Muranga, sometimes you mix L and R. I would avoid a discussion of that. So I'm spending time on that. Do you mean? Now let's go to the issue of the the national delegates convention, on the issue of the party leader, NEC, in its wisdom, has grappled with that issue for quite some time. But I do know, I have heard the views of the party leader. It is quite unfortunate we are doing this amendment when he's expecting to be confirmed in office. Different from when I'm drafting, when I'm not party leader. But I'm not saying that I respect him, he's my senior, we have done many things. Sometimes law is difficult to make when it looks like it's addressed to a person. But let me give you a simple example. Let me give you a simple example so that we finish with that issue. This issue was a recommendation for the NDC, for the NEC to consider. Let me finish with that issue. I can see your hand up. But let me give my views on that issue. The day we were lucky enough as a party for our party leader to be appointed a cabinet minister. And then the law of the country was read out that we didn't have a deputy. If you confirm the elections, the results, I'll be confirmed. So if a similar scenario happened, it means if there was a by-election in Kenya of the presidential election, but the delegates, when they elected him as deputy. I've listened to Madam Fro here give a very good explanation that you can't go to negotiate if you have no powers, if you have no what, if you would hate, that is my own view, but and I've said I don't expect a voting on that. I would hate to decide the powers of the party leader based on I choose a party leader and I also choose him to be my presidential candidate, but he only intends to go and negotiate a position somewhere else. He only intends to go and negotiate. That's why he needs to be powerful, to negotiate a position somewhere. I feel divergence, and I would suggest to make a recommendation to NEC, not I am not the one, sorry, Mr. Mwangi Simon. I'm not the one presiding over this meeting. I'm only trying to answer the legal issues that arose, and I thought it's good to share with people the views. There is the article one party leader suggested, the one which says the party should, I think we all agree we should have a transitional mechanism of thank you. The engineer Kego special delegates to confirm. I think that was answered by the party leader. The one of the issue remains: if we don't amend the constitution before we do the next presidential elections or any other elections of the president, it remains to be done by special delegates. Now, there is 12D. I think that was supported by the party leader, and there was no issue. Then there is the gentleman up there from Mombasa. I can assure you I have always served the party. During the elections, I have never participated. Since I became a legal secretary, I have never been a candidate in the elections. And when all these others go to campaign and look for other seats, I'm available 24 hours, 7 days a week to answer any legal issue or complication that a member of the Democratic Party meets, even those on the field. It's a big sacrifice, and I have no shilling or coin that have been paid with by anybody. Thank you. With that, now I think unless there is something else arising, I have no other issue. Yeah?
Asante sana, tumeshukuru sana, tumpigie makofi. Makofi kubwa kabisa. And as our chair said, and also that I think this NDC should be a whole weekend. Sindio? The next one we come to legal matters. If ingine tunakuja tunafanya nini? Election. But for now, always open. Hatuwezi maliza swali. Tukiendelea swali mpaka asubuhi, tutaendelea. For now, I'm sure we invite our treasurer to come in and najua anaweza squeeze atupeleke the audit financial statement. Mr. Moses Lonto Sati. Tukamisha na makofi. Kwa tulisema ten karibu. Mpige makofi bana. Huu ni moto wetu. Karibu sana. Tupige makofi tena. Karibia. Naona DJ anajua ngoma yako. Ametuwekea ngoma kabisa. Karibu sana. Karibu. Naweza endelea hapa. Karibu sana, acha nikupigie nikusalimie hivi nikupatie microphone itango handover. Sasa karibu.
Habari zenu delegates. Habari zenu wana DP. DP. Nataka kuona DP. Asante sana. Mimi ndio treasurer wenu, nafikiri hakuna wageni, nyinyi ni wale watu wa zamani tu nikiangalia.
The objects party is in their blood, and they are ready to defend the party even though they are in advanced stage. And we have established what is called an elders council and eminent persons council. You have also a chairperson, and we have also established the procedure of appointing that chairperson, which is also very democratic, the procedure of appointing that. Now, there we realized with that there are some other areas that are
present fairly in all material respect. The financial position of the Democratic Party of Kenya at 30th June 2025, and it is final financial performance and cash flow the year then ended. According to the IPS accrued basis, the Political Party Act 2011, revised 2022, and Public Finance Management Act 2011. The opinion affirmed the figures reported are materially accurate and compliant with the application, applicable to law and the standard. 3. For the year 30th, 2025, the party record as follows. Total revenue collected 6,110,999. The year 2023-24 is 4,882,837. 2025, we managed to get Party Act 4,564,92 Kenya shillings. The year 2023-24, we managed to collect 3,004,057. Membership fee, which I don't know very much about that, is a total of 540,000, and the total is 1,878,780. Public contribution and donation is 905,987. Source of income and total expenditure is 6,010, 24.25. 23-24 is 4,882,837. Expenditure 7,176,820. Category: administrative expenses 4,673,041 Kenya shillings. 23-24 was 2,377,873. advocacy and was 898,000. Expenditure 7,828,000. 23-24 was 5,527,913. Deficit. (2025) was 1,165,000. 23-24 was 645,076. Now, administrative expenditure. Gentlemen, Madam Chairman, can SG, excuse me, can you assist me to complete this? If I stand for long, I'm unable to stand. No, I'm sorry, I've been patient for some time.
Naendelea hapo, mzee wangu amefika. Administrative expenditure breakdown. Administrative expenses totaled 4,673,041, comprising number 1, office rent 1,307,200, volunteer allowances and salaries Kenya shilling 1,940,000, professional fees and legal audit and accountancy Kenya shilling 720,000, depreciation 328,458, utilities, communication, transport, printing and other costs Kenya shillings 377,383. The Auditor General noted the administrative expenditure represented approximately 82% of political parties' fund receipts of 4,361,207 out of the 4,564,992, exceeding the statutory threshold of 30% under Section 26, subsection 1, subsection F. The Political Parties Act of the Political Party Acts. Management explained that this was largely due to settlement of prior year's obligations. Let's go on the statement of financial position as this time. So the next area we're going is cash and cash equivalents. We had at that end of year we had 497,466. Receivable and advances 120,000. property, plant, equipment, 298,000 591. Other payables was 2,682,000. Total liabilities 2,687,652. Total assets or total liabilities, the party had a total liability negative 1,772,061 compared to was Kenya shillings negative 1,606,567. These net liabilities are attributable to accumulative deficit and long outstanding obligation. Na hapo tunaelewa tuna madeni ama sifai kuelaborate. Tunaendelea. Trade and other payables. Trade and other payables stood at 2,687,652, analyzed as follows. Outstanding over 3 years 1,807,852, which is 67%. Outstanding under 1 year, it is 879,800, representing the other 33%. These payable primarily relate to legal fees for ongoing and historical court cases, as well as other accumulated obligation. The Auditor General emphasized that failure to settle this obligation distorts future budgets. Cash flow, pesa, warivari. Net generated from operating activities amounted to 462,182, resulting in an increase of cash balances from 35,280 on 1st July 2024 to an increase to 497,466 as at that. Governance, compliance, and one, absence of an internal audit. And balances and lack of fixed assets register. Valuation of assets, that's 1, 2, establish fixed assets register, and 3, initiated measures to strengthen internal control compliance. Conclusion, dear members. The issuance of unmodified opinion by the Auditor General confirms that the financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2024 are fairly presented and compliant with the applicable law and standards. Where the of 1,165,849 and continue to carry the liabilities of 1,772,061, corrective measures have been initiated to address the governance weaknesses, aged payables and compliance gaps, submitted by our Honorable Treasurer Moses Lontasati, Democratic Party of Kenya. The Democratic Party on December 5, 2025.
Haya, hii
submit application form as stipulated in the notice, even though he had actually done the payment. Deputy National Treasurer Operations Rahab Karuku, she was also disqualified. Reason: the candidate was disqualified due to late submission of the application form as stipulated in the notice, despite having remitted the required payment. So you have to comply. You have to comply fully. Deputy National Treasurer Caleb Oluochwanga, he was disqualified due to non-payment of party election nomination fee. Deputy SG Programs Edwin Kinyua Musioki, reason: disqualified due to non-payment of party election nomination fee. So that is the category of disqualified candidates. Good, it's working. So just a bit of housekeeping, please, very quickly. People on the list of people who are not on the list of ORPP cannot vote, even if you are here. You will not be able to vote. We will not take any photographs of the ballot papers, and if you do, you'll be disqualified if you are a candidate. All ballot papers will be issued on the floor, and those are the ones which will be cast. No other paper will be cast except the ones that we issue on the floor. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think I'm going to call. Let me see. I have to read the list of all the delegates. Do I have to? It's good. Yes. Huh? Huh? It was not to come. Just come. I can't hear you. Which one?
Women leader, secretary, women, and then youth secretary, and then youth organizing secretary.
They were not there. No, it is not there. They are uncontested, isn't it? Unopposed. Women leader, women secretary, and